Hello everybody, this is Hebrew77, and welcome to Tales of the Dark and Bizarre. Oh, what? Huh? Don't laugh like that? Okay. The first tale tonight is called Hot Scotch Kermit. Let's begin. Kermit the Frog, singer, dancer, comedian, an all-round entertainer, and one hell of a Muppet. One dark, gloomy night. One dark, stormy, gloomy night. Kermit the Frog was sitting in his office when all of a sudden he started to sweat profusely. At first he thought he was having a froggy frog stroke, but then as he looked over in the dark corner, a great big fat man stared back at him. A stroke of lightning came in a flash. He heard a deep, grating, suddenly voice come from the darkness. Kermit the Frog.
Yes?
Said Kermit nervously. I'm gonna make you in the fried leg quarters, boy.
Excuse me?
Kermit got very nervous, and with a nervous gulp.
Gulp? What do you mean you're gonna make me in the fried leg quarters? That doesn't even make sense.
Boy, I'm gonna take all your legs and I'm gonna deep fry 'em at my restaurant, just like the rest of you there frogs.
You fried up my brothers and sisters?
You have brothers and sisters?
Not really, but speaking hypothetically, of course.
I don't speak hypothetical. I'm gonna take them legs off you, boy, and I'm gonna serve 'em at my restaurant.
Don't you mean restaurant?
Do not correct me. Yeah, boy. Them legs is gonna taste rather good, all sauteed and delicious like with a side of mushrooms that come out of this here world.
But you don't generally serve frog legs with mushrooms.
Shut up, boy! You about to go on a plate. Kermit sweated nervously. He jumped up out of his chair, and then ran past the guy, slid between his legs. You know, like a baseball slide, only kind of cooler. Kind of like the baseball slide that Indiana Jones did when he slid underneath that door just before the giant boulder crushed him. And then, he grabbed his hat in a cool way. That kind of slide, that's what I'm talking about.
Do you have to narrate everything?
Yes, I do, Kermit. I'm the narrator.
Oh, okay.
Just as Kermit was about to run out the door, a flash of lightning flickered. Thunder roared. The wind gusted and howled. The man with the knife that was chasing him.
Excuse me. Since when did he get a knife?
I told you don't question my stories. Now, would you stop with the blasted logic and let me continue?
Okay. But just let me know when you're going to add stuff, okay?
Kermit, you're being somewhat unprofessional.
Sorry, I don't mean to be. It's just I like logic in my storytelling. Just saying. Continue.
Thank you. You're mine, Froggy, the man exclaimed. Now, you ain't got nowhere to go, and there's no way out. What are you gonna do about it, cry baby? Probably nothing. Another and then a flash of lightning, when all of a sudden burst into the two front doors, the glass doors, I should say. Out of nowhere came an awesome sight, crashing to the windows with a big crash. And riding a motorcycle with a chicken on his back came a familiar sight. An old friend of Kermit's come crashing to the window door. Hey, Kermit, you need a ride?
Hey, Gonzo! Boy, am I glad to see you.
Get on, pal. And he got on Gonzo's bike, and they rode off fast with the fat guy chasing behind him. I have a name, you know. Well, what the heck is it? Southern Gentleman? Southern Gentleman? Really? How creative. Anyway, with the fat Southern Gentleman chasing behind him. Do you have to refer to me as fat? Yes, I do. Now, can I get on with the story, please? It's already too long as it is. Very well, then. Damn, man. But as he chased after him, what he didn't realize is that Gonzo the Great had thrown several banana peels in his path. Woo, 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 woo! And he crashed to the floor, slid halfway down the street, and hit a stop sign in between his legs. Oh, man, this really hurts, you know, said the fat Southern man. And without even realizing it, not only did he crash into the stop sign, but the stop sign bent in half, and as it did, it flung him halfway across the street into a truck. Not just any ordinary truck, mind you. A truck with some kind of shredding mechanisms inside of it. And the fat Southern Gentleman was tossed into the back of the truck. Ah! Being chopped into a million pieces. All but except his fat, stubby, chubby legs. Bloody, but not shredded. Laying on the flat surface of the stop sign, as though two legs on a plate. Two frog-like legs. Because even though he was a fat man, he had skinny legs. I thought you said I had fat, chubby legs. Hey, you're shredded to pieces, remember? Oh, yeah. And along with them, 2 leaves of lettuce. Because you see, when the man was flung across the street, he also hit a lettuce truck. And that lettuce truck, 2 great big pieces of lettuce boxes flew out and landed into the shredder mobile. And it shredded up the lettuce, and then in such a way that all the leaves went flying everywhere, all but the 2 leaves, which landed on the plate. And that ends the tale of Kermit and the Hot Night. That's not what the name of the story was. You're shredded in pieces. That ends our tale. Do. Oh, that was a froggy tale. You could almost say that story had lost its legs. Our next tale tonight is the tale of a wise old man who lost all of his hair at bingo. We call this story Bald Bingo. Bingo. Usually a dark, boring, docile game with low prizes such as cakes, $100 here, maybe 500 jackpots, mostly played by Catholics. But one rainy night, a man from the lonely town of Charleston, Missouri, was about to find out that bingo find out the answer. But it could also cause hair loss. For this man, on this night, went to an unusual bingo store. A bingo store inside of a voodoo shop. Well, I gotta get me a new bingo dopper. All my bingo doppers are bad luck. You see, people do all kinds of bizarre things at bingo. Lighters, trolls, sometimes even the flickering of fingers to signal a jinx at the other table. But this man's thing was his lucky dopper. And tonight, his luck may very well change. Now, I don't like the color of this one. What the heck are you looking for, man? Maybe I could help you look for it. I'm looking for a bingo dopper. Not just any ordinary bingo dopper now. I'm looking for a lucky bingo dopper, shouted the man. Well, I've got all kinds of things in here, man. I've got bingo doppers. I got magic cards. No! I just want a bingo dopper. That's it. Well, this is your lucky night, my fine sir. For this bingo dopper is a very special one indeed. But beware. The user of this bingo dopper could very well lose their hair. I ain't worried about no hair. I just want to win the bingo. Very well then. Do not say you haven't been warned. So, with the purchase of the cursed bingo dopper in his hand, he went to the local bingo hall at St. Mary's in downtown Charleston, Missouri. And when he arrived, he noticed unusual things were happening all over the bingo hall. The lights would flicker off and on. The priest was a different kind of priest. It wasn't their usual priest. And the balls were being dropped manually instead of electronically. Oh well, I guess it's just that kind of night, the man exclaimed. So as he sat down, playing the game, he had already lost 2 games in a row and was about to lose his third when he said, "This goddamn bingo dopper ain't worth a crap. I'm going to take it back to that no good for nothing voodoo man and tell him that I ain't won nothing." But then as he played his 5th game, he realized that it wasn't just any ordinary game. It was the bingo jackpot for $500. Well, shoot, might as well stick around and try to win me some $500. I got some bills to pay, you know. So then, as he started dopping away, he realized he was getting closer and closer to the final bingo. But this wasn't just any ordinary bingo. This was a blackout. And he was just some numbers away from winning. But with each stop, he noticed a clump of hair was falling from his head. G9! G9! I got it! Bloop! Oh my goodness! Some of my hair fell out! What in tornation? B59. B59. Cool, I got that one! Bloop! Oh my gosh, another strand of hair fell out! Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I ain't got no hat! Could the man whose hair is falling out gradually please shut up? We're trying to host the bingo game in here, you know. Oh, shucks, I'm sorry. So as the game went on, the hair got thicker and thicker as it kept falling out of his head. And it didn't just stop there, but with each number called, hair would start to fall off of his arms, and then his chest, and then his legs, and even, yes, the neater regions. So then, the final numbers were being called, and he only had 3 left. As the 3 was coming up, he realized he was losing his eyebrows and would be hideous. Oh my gosh, I'm losing everything. I'm losing all my hair. But I am going to win this $500 though. And the hair will grow back. I just know it. Oh, 51. Oh, 51. Bingo! He shouted across the town, and all the people booed. They were at a gasp. We have a bingo, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your cards as I verify this bingo. Please pass the bingo cards up forward. So as he passed the paper up forward, he noticed the closer he got to the priest, the more hair fell off of his eyebrows. And by the time he got to the priest, and the priest shouted out the final numbers to confirm that he in fact was the bingo winner, the final eyebrow hair fell out. But the man was not concerned, for he knew the hair would grow back. I won $500! Yahoo! He shouted with glee as all the people pissed and moaned and grinded their teeth. I hope all your hair falls out and it's permanent. I hope all your hair falls out and it's permanent. Everyone shouted for the man's hair to all fall out and for it to be permanent. We have a bingo. I confirm it is a good bingo. So as the bingo hall cleared out and the man was walking out of the bingo hall, he went to bed that night with the thoughts of the $500 dancing in his head. But as the days went on, he realized that not a single hair was growing back. And he grew more and more concerned. I don't have any hair. And then he went to the bingo store. Hey man, what the heck's going on in here? What do you mean, what in the heck's going on in here? I'm the guy that bought the bingo dopper, remember? Oh, yes, I remember you. I tried to warn you that bad fortune would fall upon you. Heck yeah, bad fortune fall upon me. I'm a bald guy. I got no hair nowhere. And I mean nowhere, man. It's ridiculous. Say, I was wondering how come my hair's not growing back. Because, you fool, I tried to warn you. With the cursed dopper comes cursed things. The curse is you will win every single bingo game you play. However, your hair loss will be permanent. And then the man was so filled with dismay that he grabbed his chest. "Ah!" And he fell to the floor with a gracious thud, like someone had punched him in the face. And guess what? That man died. He died. So just remember, be careful what you ask for, because it might just come true. Do 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 do. I wanted to make spaghetti with my chili. It's called Chili Mac, you idiot. Oh, welcome back. And now, for the third and final tale of the dark and the weird. Tonight's classic tale is a tale about a man. A man from Nantucket. And no, this one does not involve a penis or a bucket. Let's begin. You've heard of the story of the man from Nantucket. Well, this is the story of the man from Nantucket. Meet Joe Limburger. Just your average Joe from your average town that's about to become not so average. He was just leading just a normal life when all of a sudden this happened. Well, Joe, it doesn't look good. Your blood pressure is pitiful. My blood pressure is pitiful. Your cholesterol is through the roof. My cholesterol is through the roof. Now look, if you're just going to repeat everything I say, it's going to take twice as long to get through this story. Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead, Doc. Yes, well, your triglycerides ain't looking so good either. So, I recommend that you take a bunch of pills. Now I'm going to write this prescription for you, and, well, you take it, and then come back to me in, I don't know, 3 months, and we'll see how you're doing. Okay, Doc. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know how much I should thank you. Just go get the damn pills, Joe. Okay, right away. As you can see, Joe Limburger is a very nervous man. But the doctor didn't just order him a bunch of pills that day. He also told him to stop eating all his favorite foods, such as salami, potato chips, fried chicken, ramen noodles, and whatnot. Joe went to the pharmacy. He walked up to the pharmacy window and thought it was weird. Boy, this pharmacy sure is a strange place. It's so old-timey like. I mean, just look at the place, for crying out loud. Hello? Hello, is there anybody here? Ring bell for service. Okay. I'll just ring this bell then. Hello? Anybody there? Hello? Yes? Can I help you? Yes, I'm here to pick up all these prescriptions. Let me just go check this out, okay? Okay. Say, these are a lot of prescriptions, you know. What if I could make it so you could eat all of your favorite foods and you wouldn't have to worry about things like high cholesterol, bad blood pressure, or horrible triglycerides? Well, I'd say that'd be pretty cool since I like salami. I like bacon. I like junk food in general. It's so yummy. Please, you're a man. Don't say the word yummy. Okay, it's so tasty. That's better. Well, I would love to do all that. That sounds awesome. But surely you can't be serious. Yes, I am very serious. And please don't call me Shirley. Well, gee, Mr. Devon. Devon Evil is my name. Evil? No, you silly goose. Evil. It's French. Oh. Well, I'll give anything a shot, of course. Why, of course. Just sign on this dotted line. Oh, I don't understand all this language. It appears to be very Greek to me. It's not Greek, it's Latin, my fine boy. What's with the laugh? Never mind that. Do you want to be rid of all this stuff or not? Well, sure. I prefer it over taking pills. But honestly, I just don't think it would work. Did you just belch? Yes, I did. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. It's a very manly thing to do. After all, you do live in Nantucket. All right, Mr. Duval. You got yourself a deal. So Joe signed on the dotted line. In the next few days, as he was eating all the salty and fatty foods that he wanted, he noticed he wasn't gaining any weight. And in fact, Joe was shrinking by the minute. I'm shrinking by the minute. What the heck is going on here? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty awesome, but I'm getting kind of concerned. Perhaps I should go to the doctor and he'll check me out. All of a sudden, there was a knock at the door. Who is it? It's me! Wow, that's Mr. Duval? Yes? Can I come in? Sure, I invite you in. The door creaked open. I've never heard of pharmacists doing door-to-door service. Well, I'm not just any ordinary pharmacist, you know. Well, yeah, right. I kind of figured that. Look, I'm shrinking down. I'm eating whatever I want, and it's great. Don't get me wrong, but should I be shrinking this way? Well, Mr. Limburger, it appears as though you didn't read the fine print. Oh, what's on the fine print? You will shrink down to a puny size. Your bones will show through your ribs, and eventually you will die. Why, you evil fiend! I can't believe you've done this to me! You mean I'm going to die? We're all going to die, Mr. Limburger. But you've had your fun, have you not? You've been able to eat all your favorite foods? But I didn't know it was going to be this way. I don't want to shrink down to nothing. This is not good. I can see my bones. Lightning strikes in the background. Not only are you going to die for being skin and bones, but you will go to hell, for it is hell which you will be going. And did my name be a little suspicious? Duval. I am the devil, you fool! No! Screamed Joe Limburger. But it was too late. Joe Limburger had shrunk down to so small that he did eventually die. And when he did, he ended up in hell. A hell so worse that you could not possibly imagine. And as he sat there in the pits of hell, he was strapped to a chair where a bunch of foods came down an conveyor belt until he blew up And he got fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter until he literally exploded into a billion pieces. And then he regenerated, and the process was repeated again and again and again for all of eternity. That concludes the story of the man from Nantucket. Do 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 do. You still owe me $20 though. Oh. Hello. Welcome back. All three tales tonight were dark and mysterious. Dark and wicked. You may even say they weren't for the faint of heart. But just remember that a story is exactly that. A story. Or is it? This is Hebrew 77. Until next time. Stories of the dark and bizarre. Ghoul night, everyone.